Rebecca here, and I'm here today to do a review of A Wild Swan and Other Tales by Michael Cunningham. This was just released in November of 2014, and it is a collection of fairy tale retellings from the author of The Hours and The Home at the End of the World. I had previously read The Hours by Michael Cunningham, and I really enjoyed it. So I was looking forward to seeing what Cunningham was going to do with fairy tale retellings. Now, I don't read a ton of fairy tale retellings, but I have read a few collections, and I can say that I truly enjoyed this. It's a very short collection. The stories themselves are quite short. There are 11 stories in the collection, and it's only 134 pages long, so I flew through this. I should also mention, while I am at it, that this is beautifully illustrated by Yuko Shimizu, and I will show you some of these illustrations. There's like one per story, but they're full-page illustrations, and they are just absolutely stunning. So I really appreciated that aspect of the book as well. I think that it's a beautifully made book. So that's part of the reason why I picked it up, and partly because I was just curious about what Michael Cunningham was going to do with these stories. I ended up giving this book 4 stars overall. What I really liked about the stories, and I know some people have not appreciated this element quite as much, is that the fairy tales are kind of set in a mashup between a traditional kind of fairy tale setting and our modern world. So, like, there are ogres and little cottages in the woods, but people are also on cell phones, and I think that he did that very well. It wasn't intrusive, and it didn't feel weird to me. Not all of the stories in the collection really stand out to me. I had 3 favorites in particular. My first favorite story was Crazy Old Lady, and that's a retelling of Hansel and Gretel, but it's told from the perspective of the witch who lives in the candy house and has quite a twisted little bit of an ending. And then my second favorite was Steadfast Tin, and this is a retelling of a Hans Christian Andersen tale about a tin soldier and a paper ballerina who fall in love. And this story was absolutely beautiful. I thought it told the story kind of a marriage and how all of the trappings of love kind of fade away over the years as people build families and grow old. And I just found it to be heartbreaking. My last favorite story was Beasts, which is, of course, a Beauty and the Beast retelling. I'm a huge fan of Beauty and the Beast in all of its many variations. And this, again, was really twisted and dark. So I really appreciated that. I will also say that these fairy tales were very gritty. Some of them are very highly sexualized, which doesn't bother me at all. I like grittier stories, and I appreciated that kind of take on a fairy tale where, you know, some retellings kind of play up the magic elements and are very fanciful and whimsical. I liked that these ones were kind of dark and twisted, and that the characters all had really, like, deep issues. Some of them had, you know, mental health issues or physical ailments or whatever. So I definitely appreciated that. Michael Cunningham's writing is really great. It's very straight to the point. It's not frilly or flowery, but the descriptions are handled well. I didn't find it to be overly descriptive, but I got what I needed out of it, basically. I would say that his writing's very accessible, and it's not very flowery. It's not super lyrical, but it's not, you know, subpar either. I would recommend this book to almost anyone, whether or not you're familiar with the original fairy tales, because I'm not familiar with all of them. I just thought that it was really accessible and a fun little read. I will say that if you really love The Hours, that this is nothing like The Hours. I love The Hours. It's one of my favorite books, and I find that to be much more beautiful and devastating than these stories. I found a little bit, I found like Cunningham was kind of going for a shock value with some of these stories, which is why it didn't get 5 stars from me. And some of it felt a little bit forced, but The Hours was kind of more effortless than that. So just be aware of that if you're going to pick this up based on your love for other Cunningham works. And that is really all I have to say about it. I wanted to make this short and sweet, but if you have read this book and would like to talk about it, or if you have any questions about it, we can do that in the comments. I will see you all next time. Bye!